What's going on, golf addicts? It is episode 2 of One Groove Low. Me, Blake Kuzava. You know him. Progress over perfection. Our boy. It's the Mustache Twins, not the Yin Yang Twins. The Mustache Twins. Look at us right now, man. Huh? Anyway, we're not here to talk about mustaches. We're not here to talk about mustaches. We're going to talk about training aids. Blake is going to show us 3 of the top 10 highly rated training aids and how he recreates them and how you can recreate them for way less money.
I'm a very fickle person. I don't like to spend money. Okay, yeah. I like to be kind of creative.
You're frugal, not fickle. You're frugal.
Frickle?
You're frugal.
Frugal. There it is. You see, I've been saying it wrong for 2 years. I've been telling everybody I'm frugal. They're probably looking at me, just looking like this guy knows fucking nothing about anything. Good, frugal. I learned something today. Heck yeah. So what I've done is I went online, went to Golf Digest, looked up the top 10 best training aids. And what I've done is I've picked 3 of them. So let's take a look at the first one right here. What do you think the retail price of this puppy right here is?
It's like Price is Right, huh?
Oh,
R.I.P.
yeah.
Bob Barker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say this thing is $29.99.
$29.99. You want that final answer right there?
Final answer.
$29.99. $59 at retail.
Holy moly, dude! This is
all right.
This costs $3 to make.
I've created a simple balloon yarn setup. Okay, in total, this balloon yarn setup cost me $5.99. Okay, and that's for like 50 balloons and a whole shit ton of yarn. The Tour Striker is meant for a person with deficient trail elbow motion in their backswing. When the trail elbow starts to fly, okay, there are some real deficiencies in the downswing. So within this drill, you can see the balloon. All I'm doing is I have this balloon in between my forearms, and my objective is to swing without letting this balloon drop from my forearms. When we can do that, we'll start to avoid getting stuck and creating oftentimes a two-way miss. Again, in that video, early into that video, you could see I got to the top, my trail elbow flew, and all of a sudden that balloon dropped. Super easy, super efficient, ready for the purest 9-iron you've ever seen.
God,
just pumped. I mean, I don't think I've missed the center of the club face in years.
Yeah,
but again,
same.
Okay, so that's our primary use for the Tour Striker. You know, I created it with $5.99. So for an overall savings, $53.01. Okay?
Pretty good.
One tool. As far as, you know, I've created a drill effectiveness and a setup efficiency. So my score for drill effectiveness is a 9 out of 10. Okay, with that balloon, I was able to do all the same stuff, is able to complete the task. As far as setup efficiency, 8 out of 10. It took me about 5 minutes to build. Super simple. Again, for you guys out there, maybe dealing with some trail elbow frustration, go find yourself a balloon on Amazon, for God's sakes.
Only thing I'm worried about with the balloon is if I'm real aggressive and I'm really trying to squeeze that bitch, if I'm really trying to.
Oh yeah, she may pop.
And then she pops on the range, and people think it's a gunshot, or, I scare somebody on the first tee or something,
Yeah, you'll get over that fear.
Okay.
And that's and the beauty is you got theoretically 30 other balloons. You just fill that next one right back up and you're good to go. All right. Numero dos. Have you heard of the Tour Aim before?
I've seen this. I've never used it. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here.
Kind of in this picture that is diagrammed on the screen right now, it's being used for a putting training aid. Okay, so you can stick your alignment rods through these little holes. It helps with start line, eye line, stroke pattern, and getting your ball started through that little hole right there. It's just wide enough for a ball to fit in. Along with a putting training aid, this also comes with little spots where you can stick an alignment rod in and work on your actual golf swing plane. Maybe you're always over the top and you want to be more underneath. You can stick an alignment rod. It kind of sits at a 45-degree angle or so.
Yeah, I like that.
Pretty efficient. Hey, David, you mind telling me what you think the price of this puppy is?
God, if the last thing was just a damn balloon on a string, I'm going to say this thing is, I'm going to say $99.99.
Get ready to be shell-shocked, my friend.
No way. There's no way this is more than $99.99. Are you effing kidding me? What the fuck?
So,
who is behind this? This is a racket.
It's a racket. It's an absolute racket.
Is this real?
It's real, dude.
Is that dollars? Is that pesos? That pesos?
No doubt. It should be pesos because, I mean, for God's sakes, if you're buying that for $222, I don't even know. Hopefully you're paying in cash and your wife can't see it on the credit card bill because that is a waste of money right there.
I am legitimately shocked. I had no idea that thing was
so what I've done here, okay, I have a piece of yarn attached to 2 stakes in the ground.
Okay.
There's your eye line. Okay, there's your perfect eye line. I have 2 alignment rods. Those are acting as just simple placeholders for what my stroke pattern should be. And I don't know if you look really closely, you can see the 2 tees that I've placed about 3 feet in front of my golf ball.
Yep.
My cost for that setup, $20.68. Okay, and we're talking, ample supply of future. If I need it again, I can use it again. As far as my drill effectiveness, we're going 9 out of 10. Okay, that setup was just as good as you would find with the tour aim. Okay, let's say you want to use it for your full swing. I'm sure people in the comments are going to be like, but you're just putting with it.
Right.
Okay, stick an alignment rod straight into the ground at a 45-degree angle, and there, you're solved. Okay, if you're outside. If you're inside, you got to be a little bit more creative. I've used buckets before, little buckets with spots where I can place an alignment rod, work on my swing plane. Again, an alignment rod is very, very inexpensive. At most, 2 alignment rods cost you $10. You can go to Home Depot, Amazon, it doesn't matter. So drill effectiveness, 9 out of 10. Okay, setup efficiency. That one is more like a 7.6 out of 10. Okay, it took me a little bit of time. I had to create the yarn setup. But again, once you do it once, it's like, okay, now I rolled up that yarn on my stakes, put it in my golf bag, easy to go. Number 3 might be my favorite. I want you to tell me how many people you know that own an orange whip.
Dude, I see an orange whip in bags all the time. I've never had one. I've never been with one. But I know many men that have been with one. And I don't. I also don't understand why people. I will say this, and this is probably a sponsorship thing. I've seen guys on tour.
It's got to be sponsorship
in their bag, and it's a sponsorship thing. And can I just say, if we know a lot of caddies on tour, if I was a caddy, and I get it, take the orange whip on the range, but why do I have to carry the orange whip during the round? I never understood why we do all that. Why do we carry all the extra stuff during the round? Let me run it to the locker and drop it in there. Anyway,
I totally concur. So to me, the orange whip, the orange whip is your classic 60-plus-year-old white dude who's just trying to get loose before the round.
He's like, wait a minute, does this give me an excuse for not having to go to the gym and do a quick warm up? Or
all you gotta do is just swing this little orange whip around and you're good. Yeah, you're set. Your lower back is activated, glutes are ready to go. It's ready. I'm gonna hit me with a price. Hit me with a price.
I will say this too. Back in 2016, the first time me and Pat ever went to the PGA show, I'm pretty sure I remember the orange whip being broken out, and they made a big scene because they just had big breasted females in small shirts demoing the thing and trying to stop every white male in their tracks.
I think we found that sells pretty well.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this is it can't be $222. So I'm gonna say this is $119.99. Oh, okay. I was close.
Pretty good. 10 off. Not bad. Again,
ridiculous.
So this training aid, for individuals out there, maybe never having wandered past what an orange whip is. It's meant for kind of a tempo stretch. Okay. The tempo part of the golf swing, the tempo, you're trying to have this orange little knob whip at the right part of your golf swing. I've seen it honestly talked about from some individuals as being helpful. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's just a waste of $109. So let me hit you with my creation. Let's take a look at this. So all I've done here is super, super simple. I've taken my driver. I've taken my 3-wood, the two kind of, head weight. They're heavy in my hands. I've kept the head covers on them. I don't want those things getting scratched up. That's for certain. And all I'm doing here is I'm swinging it right-handed, swinging a couple left-handed. loosening up that lower back. If you're worried about a tempo feel, maybe you're like, dude, I am so into this orange whip because, I want to build that tempo to the next level. Well, all I'm doing here is you can hear kind of a little whoosh. All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have the club heads whoosh at the bottom of my golf swing. So there's your replacement for the tempo. Also, you're stretching out your back, you're getting everything activated, you're ready to go. This is, I would never use this to warm up. God save me. I would never use this, but I know certain people out there, they would. And instead of spending, $109, look into your own golf bag, grab the 2 clubs that look heavy and swing them about. Please.
Yeah. So, and I'm actually glad I've actually never thought about swinging my driver and my 3-wood with the head covers on together. If anything, I would swing like, 4 and 3 iron or something and go from there. But I like that idea. And especially with the head covers on, adding a little resistance, giving it a little bit of feel, a little bit of weight. But I've also never thought about turning around and doing it with the left side to kind of loosen up that opposite side. I'm pretty much an idiot with the left side of my body, so that scares me, but I think I could do it. And I mean, Blake, correct me if I'm wrong, but that would be free, right?
That, my friend, would be free for a total savings of $109.99. So as far as my drill 3 effectiveness, 9 out of 10 if you're trying to loosen the old body up, trying to, get everything ready for that number 1 tee. And as far as setup efficiency, can it get more efficient than going into your golf bag, yanking out 2 clubs and going? Probably not. So I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Also, you kind of preface this. Who wants to keep the orange whip in the golf bag?
Yeah.
We already have 14 other clubs we got to deal with. Our next segment is going to be, diving into Viktor Hovland, all the things Viktor Hovland, golf swing, what I love about the guy. But David, do you have anything to add before we get there?
Only thing I'll say is, listen, we are giving away 2 tickets to the Augusta National to the Masters on Tuesday, people. Oh my God. Tuesday, practice round 2024, which, listen, I've been going almost my whole life. Tuesday's probably my favorite day to go, even above a tournament day. Everybody's there. It's laid back. You can still do your beers, your cheap beers, your pimento cheese, your Sammys, all that good stuff is there. The pro shop is not picked over. It's the best time to shop in the pro shop. And me and Pat are going to be there, and maybe even Blake. Who knows? It could be Blake there too. And so we want to give a winner and a guest of their choice an opportunity to get to Augusta. And honestly, this is probably the best chance you'll ever have in your lifetime to get here. And what it's going to cost you is very little to nothing, actually. Just a little bit of sweet, sweet time. Our friends at SoBet are obviously great partners of the show, and SoBet is crushing it right now. You can get your first month for free. You can sign up with the link in the description of this show. They've now got over 50 expert handicappers posting content every single day on every single sport you can imagine. NFL, college football is booming on SoBet right now. If you click the link in the description, it's going to pre-fill the code TJ to get you in, okay? Then you're going to choose if you want a month, a 6-month, or annual subscription. The TJ code gets you a discount on all 3 of those. And then at the end, when you're going to check out, if you type in TJ Trial, which is on the screen right now, if you type in TJ Trial at the end, it will comp your first month for free. You can sign up. You can cancel at any time, but you won't because you're going to be making a lot of money during the college football and NFL season. So all you have to do in order to enter the Masters drawing is just sign up for SoBet. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. So that's it. If you've already done it since we started working with SoBet, then you are already entered. We're going to draw on the show. I believe it's October 30th or October 31st. It's the show for the Zozo Championship. So you have about 2 months to get in and make sure this happens. Quick tip, pro tip. If you know who you'd bring, if you won, reach out to them. Tell them, hey, I got a deal. Me and you could go to the Masters, but here's the deal. If I win, I'm bringing you. If you win, you got to bring me. Here's the link. Sign up. Now you've just doubled your chances. So that's all you got to do. Head over to SoBet, click the link, use the code, give it a shot for at least a month, see what you think, and maybe have a chance to come to the Masters.
Whew. What an experience that would be.
And possibly see Viktor Hovland win the Masters.
Viktor Hovland. My gosh.
Let's talk about him.
Here we are. Viktor Hovland's golf swing. Okay. very athletic setup. We kind of dove into this a lot on our first episode of One Groove Low about, the positions in the golf swing. First takeaway move, what I've kind of detailed here in this circle is his club face. Notice is how that club face is matching his spine angle very efficiently. Okay. When the club face at that position and, quarter of the way back is matching that spine position, he's already supinated those hands and wrists. That club is in a square to shut position, which is very kind of Viktor Hovland's golf swing. Shut face rotation. As we take it up to the top of his backswing, okay, we're going to notice the guy has a huge amount of turn. Let's see if it starts to go here. There she goes. Okay, up to the top. You can see how much turn he's getting. Every time that I look at turn, what I'm looking at is a person's kind of trail leg. Okay, you can see how his right leg is super hyper extended. I can almost see 0 bit of his right pocket. That tells me that guy is ripping all the way around. Now, a person out there who is, maybe isn't that familiar with the golf swing, or maybe is familiar with the golf swing, will notice that Viktor Hovland at the top of his backswing, the club tends to be across the line. It tends to be always just a little reminiscent of across the line. The only reason that is just because of how much he turns. Okay, that club, if you keep turning, that club is at some point bound to get across the line. I've detailed, again, that club face at the top position, how it's looking somewhat up to the sky. That is in a closed shut position. So any golfer in a closed shut position at the top has to be very effective at rotating. And what you're about to see, the magic of Viktor Hovland's golf swing is this big body of his rotating open. Okay, we're about to see it here. When he starts to rotate, that club's dropping right into that slot. You can see it right here. Club is right where it should be at this position. At impact, beautiful impact position. Okay, you can kind of see how his body's open. His upper body's open. There's an average on the PGA Tour where the upper body tends to be 30 degrees open. The lower body tends to be 45 degrees open at impact. Most amateurs out there, they have their shoulders, their hips, everything is square at impact. That tells me as a teacher that they're going to be super handsy, super flippy. The better we rotate, the less hands we have to use. And because his face was shut at the top, he's able to rotate and shallow that club and deliver it on the back of the ball so consistently, so pure. All the way through this golf motion is like straight up money. You can see this low exit. This will be the last thing I talk about golf swing wise. This low left exit, you can see how this club is exiting out his left shoulder. Club face, we can see it. That tells me, again, that he's rotating very effectively through and past that golf ball. A lot of people, a lot of amateurs out there, their finish gets really high.
Yep.
And when the finish gets really high, that's a very quick teller for a teacher that they're not rotating effectively. Their hands are getting, thrown at the golf ball, and everything works up because they're trying to help the ball up a little bit. Really, altogether, a very picturesque golf swing. What do you think about his golf swing there, David?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I actually didn't know the thing about how it can kind of appear across the line. That makes a lot of sense. I've often noticed it does look across the line, and but I can understand how with obviously the more rotation it gets there, and something that like I know I struggle with is just that at impact you're seeing how much like side tilt he's maintained, and like that's a problem for me as I get here and then I kind of stand up and early extend, and in my finish I'm like standing straight up, instead of like tilted. So it really shows you the difference there. For Hovland.
Yeah, and sorry, David. The main reason he's able to accomplish that, kind of skipping stone mentality of a lot of side bend while having the body open is his ability at transition to shallow that club as he rotates. We kind of bounce into your golf swing and your inability. It looks like the opposite of what his does. When his body starts to open, his club is dropping on that right shoulder, right bicep, and yours is migrating away.
Yeah.
His ability to do that at transition allows him to hold angles in the club, which then effectively allows him to stay in golf shots better and be in a lot of side bend and really rip through. You're going to see golf swings just so the viewers out there understand, you're going to see more and more golf swings looking like Viktor Hovland in the next 30 years. I guarantee it.
Beautiful. Hey, Blake, great job. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. One Groove Low, episode 2 in the books. Hope you liked it. If you have any thoughts on what we could talk about in upcoming episodes, drop that in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as well as Apple and Spotify podcasts. Check out Blake. He's in the Discord, in the Nut Hut Tour Junkies Discord, dropping swing video analysis, dropping weekly tips, and he'll roast you and help you all at the same time. He's doing a great job of that. And make sure you check him out over on Instagram as well. Progress over perfection.
Sweet.
Thanks, good stuff.
Thank you.
See you.